Okay, so there's well done, guys. So if you haven't already, just grab a couple of blocks, grab a blanket if you need one, and a nice big pillow as well for at some point. That'd be nice, I think, for you to use to support yourself. And we're going to do Nidra and Yin at the same time. So we'll see how that works out. I'm basing the Nidra on the chakras rather than the physical body, because I thought since we will be in a Yin pose, in some kind of pose, then maybe we can focus on the chakras a little bit this evening. And really just to think about the new moon that's coming and the opportunity that brings us to instigate change, or maybe even plant seeds for the future, which we might not be able to quite see yet, but hopefully it's going to become a little bit clearer soon. Yeah, I think it's nice if we just think about this moment as planting seeds, and I'm kind of burying these seeds now in earth, ready for them to kind of sprout up when it's time. It's not time yet, so I'm burying those seeds for now. But just thinking about that as we move through the class today, and as you kind of drop within, thinking about those seeds that you might want to plant, ready for when it's time for them to sprout and grow. So we're actually going to start standing, just to wake up the body a little bit so that you're able to come to stillness. So you've got your feet just facing forwards. I'm sorry, you can't see my head right now. You don't need to see my head anyway, but just have your feet as wide as your hips and just rock from side to side. And see how that feels there through your legs and your hips and your feet. Yeah, what have you been doing today? So, and how is that settling in your body there? And then rocking into the toes and rocking back into the heels. And then maybe creating a little circle so you can move through the toes, the heels, the sides of the feet. Yeah, we've done this before. And then taking the circle the other way. That's it. And then you can just start to bring it into your hips a little bit. Getting ready to be able to come to seated. You know, that seated pose is probably the hardest pose for us to be in. That little cross-legged seated pose. And then taking the circles the other way. And then you can just turn the feet outwards slightly. Start to get a little bit lower. So getting a little bit more into your hips now. You can relax your head, let your whole body hang. So just kind of trying to let go of your day. Letting go of your day so you can drop into yourself. Okay, and then with the hands towards the floor, so heel toe your feet to the center. Have a big bend in your knees. Relax your head and hold on to opposite elbows. And then just allow yourself to hang forwards. And you can sway from side to side here. Just feel your back stretch, the neck stretch. If we can release tension in our bodies, that's going to help us to access our mind a little bit easier. It's one less thing for your mind to get distracted with. If you're happy there, stay there. But we'll take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, draw your shoulders back, and just let the arms come up and over your head. So you've got all the blood flowing into your head now. So waking up your brain, breathing in and breathing out. Bringing the hands back to the sacrum, release the hands to the floor, and then bend your knees so you sit on your heels and just rock forwards and back. So those feet get a little bit of blood flow all the way to the toes, the arches of the feet. You're feeling it in your Achilles hopefully as well, in your calves, your shins. Good. And then let your bum sit down onto the floor, and we're going to press the feet together. Baddha Konasana, hold on to your toes, breathe in, lift the head and chest up, And then breathe out and just fold forwards. Relax your head there. See how it feels now as you start to slowly breathing down. Trying to relax into where you feel tight. Take one more breath, breathing in. And breathing out. So you can walk your hands back and then make yourself comfortable. You have one foot in front of the other. You could sit yourself on your pillow or on your block. Yeah, so you're a little bit supported. And then just rest your hands on your knees and let your eyes close down. Doing any last little wiggles that you want to do just to get completely comfortable. And if it's really not comfortable for you to close your eyes, then you can just look down your nose at your feet so that your gaze isn't distracting you. So start to create that steady rhythm, breathing in and out through your nose. Making the breath as loud as your thoughts. And maybe your breathing can cancel out your thoughts. And if not, it doesn't matter. Just keep thinking about breathing nice and deeply. In and out through your nose. We're going to use the box rhythm to help us drop within this evening. So next time you breathe in, take 5 counts to breathe in through your nose. And then hold your breath for 5 counts. Breathe out for 5 counts. And hold your breath out for 5 counts. Breathe in 5 slow counts. Hold your breath for 5. Breathing out for 5. And hold your breath out for 5. Keep going in that rhythm. If you find that you've got more room and you could go for 6 counts, then go for that. If you feel like you need less, then take less. But make each inhale, each exhale, each pause equal. We know when we focus on our breathing, it helps us to let go of whatever's happening around us and start to listen to our inner voice, to our inner self. I always say it's like dropping inwards. And I wanted you to think for a moment as you continue breathing in this box breath rhythm, how would you describe it? What words could you put together that best describe this moment where you're trying to connect to your inner self? That every time I say dropping inwards, how would you translate that for you? As I said, we're going to mix up the Yin with Nidra this evening, focusing on the chakras. And if you're not sure what they are, I think of them like spinning wheels of energy that are placed throughout your spine, from in between your sitting bones all the way to the crown of your head. When those spinning wheels of energy get blocked, it stops that energy being able to get to its peak point up in the crown of the head, and maybe even beyond sometimes. So we can do practices to keep those subtle energies flowing freely, which then help us to achieve our goal in yoga, which there isn't a goal, but just freedom. Time out. Time to disconnect and recharge. So the first pose that we're going to make our way into is Malasana. See if you can keep that rhythm going with your breathing. And bring your knees up. Now, if this isn't comfortable at all for you, sit onto 2 blocks. And then you can bring your hands together and squeeze your elbows into your knees and push down through your sitting bones either towards the floor or you're sitting into the blocks. Yeah. If it's okay for you to be here in this pose without the blocks, then go for that. Find which is most comfortable for you. If this is totally not comfortable at all, you can sit like we did earlier, soles of the feet together, knees open. And once you get into shape, close your eyes. And then think about your sitting bones pushing downwards. Okay, we're starting with our root chakra. The breath is still flowing in and out through your nose. This chakra is represented by the color of red. Okay, so as you're there in that shape, let the color red wash over your whole body. As you breathe, think about breathing deep into your root, that place in between your sitting bones, right at the very bottom of the spine. And you can think about the breath in, taking in nourishment from the earth. Keep the eyes closed, keep the breath flowing, and visualize the color red. So in Yin Yoga, we're trying to let go of our Yang side. We're trying to slow it down. So you might start to feel a little bit uncomfortable in this shape. And the challenge is to stay here. In Yin, we're trying to relax our bones. Getting deep into your tissues. Almost bypassing the muscles. So if the chatter gets loud and you want to move, think about the color red. And make your breathing louder. You've committed to this hour, or actually 45 minutes. So commit fully to planting the seeds, to giving yourself time to recharge, to rest. So clear up this channel of chakras so your energy can flow. Breathing in, maybe 5 or 6 counts. Maybe you don't even need the counts now, you just know how long you're breathing in for, how long you're pausing for. That rhythm has settled in your bodies. We're going to move into the next pose. So you can just sit your bottom down onto the floor, however you can get there. Maybe you need to stretch out your legs a little bit as well now. You can point and flex your feet, just get the blood flowing back. If you like to have your bum on the pillow here or on the block, we're coming into a wide leg forward fold. Now you might want the pillow in front of you. So the legs don't have to be far apart. Yeah, they can be quite close together. And then you could rest your forearms on the pillow. You could rest your belly on the pillow. You could take the pillow away and just rest on the floor. Okay, so get yourself comfortable. Maybe you're quite high up and that's fine. But as I said in Yin, we're trying to relax into the bones. Okay, so try not to let the muscles help you too much. Maybe your elbows just propping you up on a pillow is enough for you to feel the stretch. And once you're in a place that you can maintain it for the next few minutes, let your eyes close down and check back in with that breathing. In the last pose, when we were working on the root chakra, I'm hoping that you felt a sense of being here. Being in this moment. And as we move to the sacral chakra, I want you to think about honoring your needs. This sacral chakra, you can think about a beautiful orange color just flooding your whole body. And your awareness to your belly. So maybe just below the navel. You can imagine a spinning wheel just below your navel, radiating out this orange light that floods your whole body. You could think of it as your creative, your movement, your pleasure center. As you're taking those 5, 6, maybe 4 counts, that box breath rhythm. Orange flooding your whole body, and then within the pose, the bones relaxing. The seeds you're planting, germinating. Energy flowing. I honor my needs. Can you let go a little bit more? Can you let your bones, your joints settle and relax? I allow myself to be nourished. Carefully start to bring yourself back up. Take the hands behind you, maybe just move the pillow out of the way. Bring your feet in. And then just let one knee fall in and then the other knee fall in. Just shaking out whatever has stretched there. Okay, so then coming into a puppy pose. Popping the knees down, the feet flat. There's you can make this a little bit easier, just coming onto the forearms. You could bring your pillow underneath your chest and reach the arms out to the front. But on the forearms is fine, or maybe even you can get your chest towards the floor and you might want to turn your head to one side. Yeah. So make this good for you. Would you like the pillow underneath your chest? Would you like to be on your forearms? Can you really relax the chest into the mat? Okay, and start to think about the color yellow. So moving into the solar plexus. It's your chakra of personal power. We've all got buckets of it. Buckets of power just waiting to be unleashed. That soft area just below your breastbone. And your mantra could be, I value myself. Something I know many of us struggle with. Confidently tell yourself, I value myself. I am worth everything. Breath is flowing 4, 5, or 6 counts through that box breath rhythm. Bones are relaxing into this shape. You're assessing whether the discomfort that you might be feeling is a discomfort that is telling you to move or change the shape, or a discomfort that you're just not happy to be with. If it's a pose you need to change, then just move and adapt slightly. If you feel tingling down your hands, maybe lift yourself up a bit, taking it out of the nerves. But let that yellow color, imagine that spinning wheel just below your breastbone, flooding yellow out through your whole body. So it's a big pose to be in. So carefully start to walk your way back up. And take yourself into a child's pose, just to kind of settle that. Bottom onto your heels, relax the tummy, the chest, the head down. Just letting all of that sensation settle in your body. Carefully start to bring yourself up to seated. And we're going to lie down onto our backs now. You're going to want a block. Yeah. If you haven't got the block, use the pillow. Laying down onto your back, your feet flat, your knees bent, lift the hips up, and then place the block underneath the sacrum. Yeah, so we're definitely not on the spine. We're on the sacrum, it's supporting the hips there. Let your knees press together, and then let your hands rest on your belly. Now this shape might not be good for you, in which case you can just turn the block onto the lower edge. Yeah. Or with a pillow underneath the sacrum, maybe that's even more comfortable. But once you've got into the shape, close your eyes. Let your face relax, let your jaw relax. And we're making our way into the heart chakra. So feel the energy from your hips pouring down into the heart center. It's your chakra of self-development. You're all doing that, you're all here tonight. It's your chakra of unconditional love. Your mantra while you're here in this pose is I am loved. And visualize a green color flooding through your whole body. Some people prefer or say that this color is actually a lightish pink. See what you prefer. What do you feel is radiating from your heart center? Letting the mantra flow through you. I am loved. I allow myself to give and receive love freely. Planting seeds for the future. I am nourished by the power of love. Can your bones relax in this shape? Especially your jawbone. Can your shoulder blades melt into the mat? I had a class with my teacher today and she described that melting feeling as if you were a piece of ice. And that piece of ice slowly melting. Five, six counts to breathe in. So every time you wonder, you've got your breathing to help keep you anchored. You've got the mantra, I am loved, to keep you anchored. Maybe you can even feel your heart beating. Maybe that can be your anchor. Start to bring awareness into your muscles and slowly lift the hips up And we'll take the block or the pillow away. And then start to lower the spine down. So you feel each vertebra touch the floor there. And we're going to move the block up the back now, or the pillow up the back. You're going to lay the block so the shoulder blades, the block comes over the shoulder blades. And then lay down onto the block and let your head fall back behind you. So now you can bring the soles of the feet together and rest your hands down by your side. Don't worry, if you've got a pillow, use a pillow, but what I want you to feel is the chin moving back. Yeah, so the throat is free. And then once you're in shape, just let your face relax, let your shoulders relax. Notice where you're holding on. And feel the chin move away from your chest, so you get that nice space there in your throat. As we make our way to the throat chakra. And the mantra here is, I hear and speak my own truth. There's so many times when we need to be careful of what we say. But if you can speak your own truth, if you're true to yourself, then that's the most important thing. Maybe that person that you're not speaking your truth to doesn't need to hear it. But as long as you're speaking the truth to yourself, that's all that matters. Maybe there's times when you do need to speak up. And then accept the consequences of whatever that brings up. As you lie here in this shape, your throat chakra open. Think of the color blue, like a sky blue. Sky blue radiating through your whole body. As you relax your bones. And as you say, I hear and speak my own truth. Will it damage you if you don't? Will it help instigate change if you do? I'm certainly feeling that chakra myself today, as I had to speak some truths today. So let that sky blue color flood through your whole body. As you plant the seeds, those seeds that will sprout in the future when it's time, when you're ready. And if you need that freedom of speech, that freedom to express yourself when that time comes, remember this moment. You can stay in this shape. If you need to bring your knees up and take the legs to the corners of the mat, you can. If you need to take the block away or the pillow away, you can. But otherwise, if you can just stay as you are, stay as you are. Notice if tension has started to build somewhere and let it go. And take your awareness to that center point in between your eyebrows. And for a moment, press the tip of your tongue into the roof of your mouth. And find that hard part of your palate. And then draw a line to the top of your nose. And there you will find that center point. It's like you're drawing a line inwards from the top of the nose, and then where that place is when you press the tongue in the roof of your mouth. And there you'll find that center point. Your chakra of wisdom and intuition. That's where you'll know when you're making the right decision. Allow it to soften. Allow that center point to soften and feel the color indigo. See the color indigo flood through your whole body. Let your bones relax. Let your skull relax. Let your face relax. Visualize that indigo color. Know that everything is as it should be. Your mantra for this moment. Everything is as it should be. If you're still in that shape and you would like to move into shavasana, you can take the block away. You can extend your legs to the corners of the mat. Have your hands down by your side. Your palms faced up. So completely open to the earth, to the environment. Still breathing that box breath rhythm. And take your awareness to the very top of your head. So to the crown of your head. Visualize, feel, or see the color violet. Feel it radiating from the crown of your head through your whole body. I am one with the universe. You could imagine yourself maybe as that piece of ice. Maybe even a violet colored piece of ice. And with every round of your breathing, the ice slowly melting, your body slowly melting into the earth. I am one with the universe. I am whole. This whole session, planting the seeds. Those seeds that tell you, I am here I honor my needs. I value myself. I am loved. I hear and speak my truth. Everything is as it should be. I am whole. What does dropping in mean to you? So every time you come to your mat, whether it's to be a youngster, whether it's to be a yinster, whether it's to sit for 5 minutes, whether it's to cry, whether it's to laugh, whether it's to plant a seed, whether it's to read, remember this moment. Remember your sentence. Remember why you do it. Allow all the energy and all the words to bathe your body. Visualize your seeds buried in the earth, ready to sprout when you're ready. Meanwhile, we water and we nurture. Notice the temperature of your skin. Notice sounds around you. If you're ready to move, start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. If you're not, you can stay there for as long as you like. You take a long, lazy yawn, reaching your arms above the head. You can do that full body stretch. And keep your eyes closed as you roll to the right side into a fetal shape. And very carefully make your way up to seated and just face whichever way you're facing. Bring your hands to the heart center, thumbs into your chest bone. Take a full deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. So bring the thumbs up to the forehead and just massage the thumbs up and down the forehead. And you've still got your eyes closed. We use the hands now to wipe the eyes and wipe the face awake. Gently coming back into this space. Well done. Thank you so much for coming this evening. Namaste. Have a beautiful evening. If you feel so inspired to write down in your on a piece of paper or like a journal, anything that's popped up, anything that you want to remember that you've discovered or decided, or whatever you would like for your to hold on to, then grab something now before it goes away. Do send me feedback. Let me know how you feel, if it was helpful. I've recorded it, so I will put it on my YouTube channel so you can go back to it if you wanted to. And I will also send you my notes so you can remember the mantras with each pose and maybe keep reinforcing them. Thank you so much, guys. I will let you go. Bye. Have a lovely evening.